Hi everyone, and welcome to QuickBooks Enterprise Demonstration. My name is Rayanne Salter with Minding My Books. I've been working with QuickBooks software for over 20 years. I've helped over hundreds of businesses implement QuickBooks Enterprise. I specialize in finding what specific needs you require for your business, and if QuickBooks Enterprise is a good fit, we then work with you, your staff, and accountant during the implementation process. Also, since I'm a QuickBooks solution provider, I am able to meet or beat subscription pricing better than if you purchase from Intuit directly from their telesales channel or online through their website. Another benefit is that I will give you up to 5 free hours of help with QuickBooks Enterprise implementation. Here's what we would like to cover with you today. We'll first navigate through QuickBooks Enterprise to work with list, explain what advanced pricing can do for you, work with inventory and advanced inventory, discuss the reporting options, go through the features of QuickBooks Enterprise and available add-ons that work specifically for your software. What you're looking at now is the home screen. The home screen is divided into group sections. You have the vendor section for accounts payable activities. There's a customer section for accounts receivable activities. There's an employees section for time and payroll functions. There's a company section where you'll find your items, services, and chart of accounts. Then the banking section where you'll write checks, enter credit card charges, and reconcile your accounts. We're going to start by taking a look at some of the features that allow you to track more detail about your business. So we will start with the items list. The items list is where you record your items and services. Those will include service items, inventory parts if you need to track the quantity, inventory assemblies if you do manufacturing. There are non-inventory parts if you don't need to track inventory in quantity. Then we have other charge items. You can subtotal items. You can create group items that are similar to kits. You can have discount items and payment items. If you charge sales tax, you have sales tax items and sales tax groups. All of those belong on your items list. Keep in mind that the QuickBooks Pro and Premier, your items list is limited to 14,500 total items, whereas in QuickBooks Enterprise, we've increased that to 1 million items. Earlier I mentioned custom fields in QuickBooks Enterprise. You can create custom fields that greater define your items. In Pro and Premier versions, you're limited to 5 custom fields. In QuickBooks Enterprise, we've increased it to 15 custom fields. In QuickBooks Enterprise, we allow you to choose what sort of information can go into that field, so you can choose a particular date format, and you can also create a multiple choice list. We also give you the ability to require the use of custom fields on transactions or when you create a new items list. Now let's go to the home screen. Next, we'll talk about the names list. The names list includes a customer jobs list that you see here. There is also a vendors list, an employees list. In QuickBooks Pro and Premier software, our names list is limited to 14,500 total names. And again, in our QuickBooks Enterprise, we've increased that to 1 million. You can also create custom fields for names. With QuickBooks Pro and Premier software, you're allowed to create a maximum of 15 total custom fields, but you can only have a maximum of 7 for any one list type. For example, you can have 7 custom fields for customers, 7 for vendors, and 1 for employee. In QuickBooks Enterprise, we've increased that to 30 total custom fields with the maximum of 12 for any one name type. Again, we've given you the ability to choose what sort of information can go into those custom fields, including the ability to create that multiple choice list. And again, we've given you the ability to require the use on transactions and list. Next is our chart of accounts. In the Pro and Premier software, the chart of accounts is limited to 10,000 accounts. In QuickBooks Enterprise, we've increased that to 100,000. Now let's go back to our home screen. Next is a class list. Classes allow you to see the profitability by any significant portion of your business. Then you can run a profit and loss by class, or you can even run a balance sheet by class. In our QuickBooks Pro and Premier software, you are limited to 10,000 classes in QuickBooks. In QuickBooks Enterprise, we've increased that to 100,000 classes. QuickBooks Enterprise also allows you to assign a default class. You can assign a default class to either accounts, items, or names. Next in list, you have your fixed assets items list in QuickBooks. In QuickBooks, you're allowed to record your fixed assets. QuickBooks Enterprise also includes a fixed asset manager. The fixed asset manager allows you to easily report on your depreciation of your fixed assets. And with just a couple of clicks, you can then post those journal entries right into QuickBooks Enterprise. Next in list is the price level list. Price levels allow you to create custom pricing. There are 2 different types of price levels. There is a fixed percentage, which allows you to mark all of your items up or down by a percentage amount. And then you have per item pricing. Per item prices allow you to create custom pricing for individual items. In our Pro level software, only fixed price levels are available. Per item prices are available in Premier, and in both Pro and Premier are limited to 100 price levels. In QuickBooks Enterprise, we offer 750. Next, we'll talk about advanced pricing. Advanced pricing is included in the Platinum subscription of QuickBooks Enterprise. To enable it, we'll go to Edit, Preferences, Sales and Customers, Company Preferences, and we'll mark Enable Advanced Pricing. Click OK to go back to the home screen. After it's been enabled, we can go to List and choose the price rule list. QuickBooks has converted all of their price levels to price rules. Price rules allow you to set custom pricing based on a multiple number of criteria you can select based on items, customers, class, or sales rep. You can create a start date and an end date, and you can set the price to either a percent or amount lower or higher than your base cost. I have a separate video that will go into more of a detailed demonstration of the advanced pricing feature. Next, we'll talk about some form customization options that are built into QuickBooks Enterprise. We'll take a look at an invoice. The same customization options are available on purchase orders, estimates, and sales order. In QuickBooks Enterprise, we give you the ability to sort by any field on the invoice. So if I wanted to search by description, then I can sort it by that field as it says here, and once you've sorted, that sorting cannot be undone. You can search by any field on the invoice that's the most helpful for very long invoices. we include the ability to customize your forms in QuickBooks. This allows you to customize the look and feel for your form in QuickBooks. And in QuickBooks Enterprise, we give you the ability to include cost on the screen of your forms. And with advanced pricing, you can include the base price of items on your forms. We give the options to show only the total on the last page for longer invoices. And you can print page numbers on forms that are longer than 2 pages. When printing your invoices and other forms, you can shade lines between items to make them easier to see. To fill out forms, we include the Find and Select feature in QuickBooks Enterprise. This makes it easier to search items using any field, and then you can easily add those fields right into your form. The search capability allows you to start typing an item, and then QuickBooks will find that item for you. Next, we'll talk about more items that will allow you to track more detail about your inventory. Let's start with the Inventory Center. The Inventory Center is where you'll see all of your items in QuickBooks. In the Inventory Center, you can easily see your markup and margin for items. You can also include an image of the item. Next, in Inventory, we've improved a preference that allows you to disallow negative quantities in inventory. When you choose this preference, you cannot sell inventory into the negative. Next is the automatic price markup feature. This is a feature where when you're entering a bill for new items and your cost on that item increases, QuickBooks will ask you if you want to update the item record with the new cost. If you answer yes to that, it will suggest your sales price based upon your existing markup and margin. Now let's go back to the home screen. Next, we'll talk about some manufacturing features that are improved in QuickBooks Enterprise when building an assembly. QuickBooks Enterprise will allow you to change your components on the fly. So if you are out of a particular item, you can make your substitution right there on the build screen. You can also change your quantity needed. This will help you account for waste. QuickBooks Enterprise allows you to customize this build screen much like you can customize other forms in QuickBooks, like your invoice, estimate, and purchase order will allow you to print this built screen if you need to build it for some shop floor traveler. If your assembly includes other assemblies, QuickBooks will allow you to automatically build those required sub-assemblies all in one step. You can also print a shortage report if you attempt to build more assemblies than the raw material you have on hand will allow you to print a shortage report. The shortage report will show you all of the items that are short and then allow you to automatically create purchase orders from that assembly. Now let's go ahead and go back to the home screen. You will have the ability to create automatic purchase orders. You will find this on inventory reports like an inventory stock status by item report. From this report, any item that is flagged to reorder, when you click the Create Auto PO button, it will put those items on your report. It will also create one purchase order per vendor. The last thing we'll talk about in inventory is the Advanced Inventory feature. Advanced Inventory is included in the Platinum subscription. Advanced Inventory includes 7 things. It includes the ability to track inventory and multiple inventory locations. It also includes the ability to track inventory in different bin locations inside of your warehouses. It gives you the ability to track either serial numbers or lot numbers within QuickBooks. It will give you the ability to use FIFO costing versus the standard average cost that is included in QuickBooks. It will give you the ability to use barcode scanning to place items on forms and to receive items into your warehouse. You can enable worksheets for sales order fulfillment for our pick, pack, and ship feature, and purchase order management to receive items in stock. All this can be done through a computer in the warehouse or a mobile barcode scanner. You can set up landed cost accounts to track your products more accurately. You don't see it on this preference form, but alternate vendor is another feature of QuickBooks Enterprise Advanced Inventory. This allows you to compare up to 4 alternate vendors for one inventory part. I have a separate video for Advanced Inventory that will give you a detailed demonstration. You will see the link at the end of this video. Now let's go back to the home screen. Next, we'll talk about some reporting capabilities that are unique to QuickBooks Enterprise. Let's start with the ability to combine reports for multiple company files. The first thing we'll do is add additional files to this feature. Once we've added those files, we can choose our date range. We can choose our report basis, and we can choose which reports we would like to combine. Then we'll click on the Combine Reports in Excel button. This shows our combined report. What you're looking at here is a balance sheet standard. All of your accounts are listed on the left-hand side. Each company file has its own column. The total shows in the last column where accounts match for both name and number. You'll have accounts included on that same line. So again, this is our balance sheet standard. Here's our balance sheet summary. There's a profit and loss standard. There's a statement of cash flows. There's a trial balance, and you can also run a sales by customer summary and a profit and loss by class. Let's go to the home screen. Next in reporting is an ODBC that we include in QuickBooks Enterprise. ODBC stands for Open Database Connectivity. It was a standard that was developed by Microsoft. It will allow you to run custom reports using outside applications like Microsoft Access, Excel, or even Crystal Reports to build custom reports using your QuickBooks data. The ODBC interface is included when you purchase QuickBooks Enterprise. We also include the Intuit Statement Writer. The Statement Writer allows you to start with balance sheet reports, income statements, cash flow statements, budget reports, retained earnings statements. You can also create cover letters, audit reports, and compilation reports. With the Statement Writer, you can customize reports one time and then use them again and again. You can also export them from one company file and use them in another company file. There are also 2 job costing reports that are unique to QuickBooks Enterprise. The first report is a WIP summary report. This report takes a look at your estimated cost, shows you how complete you are with that job, and then allows you to compare your earned revenue to your actual revenue to make sure that you're invoicing enough for your job. There is also a committed cost by job report. The committed cost by job report contains 2 unique things that aren't found in any other costing report. The first is the committed cost column. This includes items that are included on purchase orders or item receipts that aren't already a part of job costing. It also includes an unpaid wages column. Time in QuickBooks is not a cost until you pay that employee. This includes time that is not yet included on a paycheck. Once you pay that employee, that will move over into the actual cost column. The last thing we'll talk about in reporting is our advanced reporting feature. Advanced reporting puts the information you need at your fingertips. It helps you find the right report fast with templates bundled for manufacturing, wholesale contractors, and retail. You can save time with the templates that are auto-filled with your company data. You can find the reporting answers when you need them with the robust help portal. Advanced reporting is our most powerful reporting tool and has never been easier. Now we'll go back to our home screen. Next, we'll talk about some features that will allow you to access QuickBooks Enterprise the way that you want. As I mentioned before, QuickBooks Enterprise will allow you to scale from 1 to 30 simultaneous users. It will allow you to work in 2 company files at the same time. To access this feature, we will go to the file at the top of the screen. I will go to Open Second Company. This will allow you to choose the second company file you wish to open. And now you're in your second company file. Both company files will show up on your taskbar, and you can easily toggle between each company file. Your main company file will say Primary at the top of the screen, and your second company file will say Secondary. A lot of my clients even change the color scheme so that they can easily see the difference between each company file. QuickBooks Enterprise with Hosting is an additional feature for you to have with QuickBooks Desktop Enterprise. The hosting offers protected anytime, anywhere, and on any device access to your data with hosting no matter where you are. Or if you're using a Mac, PC, or tablet, you can access your data. You get a reduced price for bundling QuickBooks Enterprise with hosting. Let me know if you want more information on pricing added to your quote for QuickBooks Enterprise hosting service. We also include a QuickBooks chat feature. This allows you to chat with coworkers that are logged onto the company file. It also allows the administrator to close users out of the company file. This should make it easy for users who had to complete an activity that required single user access. Next, we'll talk about the expanded user control and security features that are built in QuickBooks Enterprise. We'll start with the user permissions, but first I'm going to show you the user permissions that are built in Pro and Premier software. User permissions in our Pro and Premier software are divided into 8 broad categories. If you give someone access to one of these categories in our Pro and Premier software, that user would be able to do absolutely everything in that particular category. If you're going to give someone access to sales and receivables, they would be able to see your sales invoices, sales receipts. They could do estimates. They would be able to perform progress billing. They can receive deposits and customer payments. They will be able to enter returns. All of those things are included in this one category in Pro and Premier. In QuickBooks Enterprise, we get very specific with user permissions. First, we include a role list. There are 15 predefined roles. There's even a view-only role. So if you wanted to give somebody the ability to look at everything but change nothing, the view-only role would accomplish that. We allow you to delete roles. You can duplicate them, you can modify them, and you can create brand new roles from scratch. This is where you'll find the 115 different permission choices that are available within QuickBooks Enterprise. Let's take a look at the customer's receivables role. which is similar to the sales and receivables role that we looked at with Pro and Premier. You can see that you can get very specific with user permissions. If you want to give someone the ability to create a sales order but not create invoices, you can do that in QuickBooks Enterprise inside the permission. You can give the ability to view and create but not modify or delete. You can get very specific with permissions in QuickBooks Enterprise. We also give you an easy way to view user permissions. You can do this by user or by role. In a really easy to read report form, you can go through and audit your user permissions to make sure that you haven't given someone more access to the program than what you want them to have. QuickBooks allows you to lock down portions of your data by entering a closing date. You can go in and choose any date of your choice. Enter a closing date password, and then no user, unless you provide them with the password, would be able to make any change that falls on or before the date of your choice. You will be able to see any changes that are made before that closing date by viewing the closing date exception report. There's also an always-on audit trail, and there's an audit trail report. This audit trail report is going to show you every transaction that was entered, modified, and deleted, who did it, and when they did it. Again, the audit trail is always turned on and cannot be turned off. The last thing we'll talk about is some things that come with your purchase of QuickBooks Enterprise subscription. In addition to US-based technical support and the latest edition of QuickBooks, we also include an online backup service. With the online backup service, you can set automatic daily backups you have with 100 gigabytes of backup space, and your data is secure with bank-level security that integrates seamlessly with QuickBooks Enterprise. And after you purchase, it's easy to activate your Data Protect. For those of you who need to do EDI, Intuit has partnered with TrueCommerce. EDI can automate your sales and purchase order processing. It can improve your productivity, reduce your errors, and streamline your order to cash cycle. Major retailers, manufacturing and wholesalers almost universally mandate their suppliers to use EDI. Intuit has partnered with TrueCommerce. This includes the TrueCommerce EDI software along with one trading partner at no charge with your QuickBooks Enterprise subscription. For more information about EDI, contact me and I will introduce you to a TrueCommerce representative. For those of you who are in the field service industry, we have Intuit Field Service Management. Intuit Field Service Management gives you real-time updates from the field, efficient job scheduling, and on-the-spot invoicing. With Field Service Management, you can send wireless work orders to your field service technicians, and they can then accept payment in the field and send invoices right back to QuickBooks Enterprise. With the purchase of Enterprise solutions, you will get one free user of Intuit Field Service Management. This is included in your QuickBooks Enterprise subscription price. That concludes our demonstration. We offer complimentary consultation and the best discount pricing available for your business. And remember, we meet or beat pricing than if you purchase direct through Intuit Online or telesales. Also, if you're currently using QuickBooks Enterprise, we can run a cost comparison to see if we can get better pricing than what you're currently paying. Please email me at rayanne.salter@mindingmybooks.com for your free consultation, price quote, or cost comparison. I hope this video helps you decide if QuickBooks Enterprise is a good fit for your company. Thank you for taking the time to watch this demo today.